Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the G.I. Joe, I guess it's Classified Series Retro card, some version or other, I don't know, check the title, I'll have put it in there, but you guys know I'm not really a G.I. Joe person, but I did watch it a little bit as a kid, and I figured, what the heck, this looked like a cool figure with the chrome face, I might as well review it, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I'm going to review it. So if any of you are Joe people, which I'm guessing you are if you're watching this, at least some of you, if I say anything wrong, you can correct me in the comment section below, but I'm not really reviewing the fiction too much, so there shouldn't be too much of that, but I'm going to review the figure. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. As far as retro carded packages go, this is a nice one. Very slender, looks a lot like the old school G.I. Joe cards, so that's pretty cool. You can see some different things back there. Character bio type thing. It's in a bunch of different languages. I don't like that stuff personally because it's just so big and then you only get like the tiniest little blurb. But I guess it's good if you speak a different language. Cool artwork on the box. We're going to use that as reference. Right now, let's get into the aesthetic. But first I'll mention he is available at Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below, and he stands about 16.5 centimeters, which makes him just about 6.5 inches. And now let's look at the box. I noticed a few things. I thought the figure looked pretty cool, but then I noticed he has really slouchy, droopy shoulders, especially compared to this, and then the COBRA logo is also nowhere near as prominent as it is on that. And also the head shape is a little bit different. So which one's more accurate? This one you guys can definitely help me with. Which one's more accurate to whatever source material this is from, whether it's a cartoon or comic, I don't know, I don't remember. I like that way more than this. Okay, alright, let's get the package out of the way, and let's look at the figure. Now, he may not be perfectly accurate, and he may have some problems, but there is still some good stuff going on here. First thing I noticed is the visor is just so cool. It's really, really, really well done chrome, vacuum chrome, or vac metal, however you want to describe it. It's very cool. It's so shiny. There you go. You can see me. See me waving a little bit? Yeah, it's curved, so it's hard to do, but it's perfect. It's so good looking. And then he does have a fair amount of paint. Like, yeah, this isn't as prominent as it should be, size or saturation, but it's clean. The buttons and things are painted. He has paint kind of everywhere he really needs it. This comes out as an accessory, so that doesn't really count, but yeah, it's not perfect. The red definitely could be painted a lot better, but it's not bad at all. It's definitely a passable paint job. Otherwise, he is just bare blue plastic with some bare black plastic. Not the best looking thing. The stripe on the helmet on mine isn't perfectly centered, so that's super irritating. Have you guys experienced that? If you got this figure, is yours centered? Mine's definitely off to his right, our left. But yeah, otherwise it's okay. Like, yeah, he's slouchy shoulders and a lot of bare plastic, but if you wanted to repaint this guy, you could definitely make him look really good. The sculpt is nice enough, other than the shoulders. And it is painted enough that if you didn't want to paint it, you don't have to. So, I think it's fine. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, so I'll give it a 7. Looks pretty good. The vac part of the helmet is a 10. But then the off-centered stripe really hurts, so that's a bit of a bummer. Now, as far as accessories go, you get a bunch of hands, 2 fist hands, 2 trigger finger hands, a pointing finger hand, and a cool guy pose hand. Or a secondary holding hand, I guess, but not really. You do get his knife that goes in his sheath, so that's pretty good. And then you get this thing, which it has to go on his back, but it doesn't really peg in properly, and they made it out of what feels like PVC. And as I was trying to wiggle it in, it started getting stress marks, so I couldn't really wiggle it in anymore. That's about as far as it goes, and I don't really understand why you would put a pistol on your back like that. So that's super weird. But you do get the pistol, which is okay. It has a little tiny bit of paint job on it, and you can hold it, but it's like the most ridiculous looking pistol ever. Although it matches the artwork, so if that artwork is source material and not just something Hasbro cooked up, then I guess that's fine. And then lastly, you get the glossy black plastic COBRA stand, which is a throwback sort of thing, but probably not altogether that useful. So, 7 out of 10. It's a fine assortment of accessories, but nothing particularly remarkable. Now, as far as articulation goes, we have, it feels like some ball pegs going on, but not a ton of range in any one direction. It'll be fine, though, for, like, he's a very normal type of guy. He's not doing a lot of martial arts and stuff, from what I remember. So he just needs to stand there and look menacing, and that'll work. Ooh, question of the day. Which version of COBRA do you guys like more? The cloth mask or the dome thing here? I'm torn. The cloth mask is super cool, but the solid chrome dome thing is also pretty cool. I'm torn. I might have to lean towards the cloth mask, though. Have they released a cloth mask COBRA? That's good? Or at all? Did I review it? I don't know. I can't remember anything anymore. Okay, shoulders. Butterfly joint. Not the best joint we've ever seen, but it is there and it is functional, so that's okay. It goes farther forward than I would have expected, so that's nice. Full rotation there. Shoulders are super stiff, but they go better than horizontal, so that's okay. Definitely wish those were bigger. Just a little bit extra right there. A little bit higher, a little bit extra would look so nice. He doesn't have to be super muscular to have his shoulders in the right place. So I don't want to hear, oh, he's not supposed to be big and buff. I didn't say anything about his muscles. I didn't say anything about that. All right, bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow works just fine. The glove rotates, so that's pretty cool. On this design, not altogether necessary, but it does do that, so that's nice. And then these wrists, the trigger finger wrists, they have vertical hinges, so that's pretty good. Diaphragm joint on this guy is okay going forward. It's pretty minimal going back, but then you get the ball peg down at the waist. This is not the best combo, but it's okay. At least there's rotation underneath this, so that's definitely helpful. I'll take it. This is essentially just a traditional ab crunch with a waist twist, just you get a ball instead of a swivel, which is still better, so that's okay, but he's not doing anything crazy with his posing. For the legs, we still have the drop downs. Not entirely sure that's necessary on a guy like Cobra, but it's there, so hopefully it doesn't end up being a problem. He can kick relatively high using the drop down, so that's pretty good. And then going out to the side, well, this one, let's get that out of the way, that's not fair. He does go out to the side all the way, no crotch nuggets, full on splits, so that's good. I am concerned about the drop downs ending up being a problem, and he does have slightly wide hips as a result of having the drop downs, but it's not the worst we've ever seen. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee, disproportionate for sure. You want the top of the hip to be in line with the bottom of the foot. So his thigh is way too short and his shin is way too long. You do get good range out of it though. And then for the ankle, it goes all the way back. And if you give it a little bit of... Well, can you get it over that? I don't know. If you get it over that little hump, you get really good range going forward as well. You get an ankle rocker, which is pretty steep, but they put a cut in there to make the ankle rocker work. Not the nicest looking thing we've ever seen, but having a swivel in there does help the ankle rocker to work better, so not bad. His articulation's better than average, I would say, so I'll give him an 8, but it's still not remarkable in any way. Okay, so time for the final verdict. As a non-G.I. Joe guy, am I happy to have this figure? Yeah, it's cool enough looking with that unique visor. I think that really sells it. And the rest of the figure is just, it's fine. For classifieds, it's nowhere near the best, nowhere near the worst. It's better than most Marvel Legends figures if you're trying to mix and match. I think it's fine. For a classifieds figure, I would give it a 7. If we were going to compare it to like Marvel Legends, this would probably be an 8.5, something like that. But they are definitely different lines with different standards and different qualities and things like that. But that's as much information as I can give for you guys for something. And so that's going to be it from me. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and I have thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.